headlines. Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine will reach hospitals across US by Monday. India's coronavirus tally climbs to 98.5 lakh, active cases at 3.56 lakh. And committee worried over lack of medical equipment at Jiri Hospital. A very good evening and welcome to Times of Manipur. You're watching the Evening News Bulletin. I'm ALBINA. As a responsible citizen, it is our duty to minimize the spread of coronavirus as much as possible. Wash your hands frequently with soap for at least 20 seconds. Using an alcohol-based sanitizer also helps keep the virus at bay. Avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth. Avoid stepping out unless absolutely necessary. Always wear a mask before stepping out and even in your own home in the presence of outsiders, as masks have been proven effective in containing the virus. Maintain a social distance of at least 2 meters in public places. And now the news in detail. The Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine will reach hospitals and other sites across the United States tomorrow morning, a top official said, ready to be injected into the arms of millions of the most vulnerable Americans as the world death toll approached 1.6 million. Media reports said the imminent start of the mass vaccination campaign in the world hardest hit country came as Italy overtook Britain as the European nation with the highest coronavirus death toll. As the world was shortly expected to cross the grim threshold of 1.6 million deaths, infections in the United States were soaring with 1.1 million new cases confirmed in the past 5 days and a death toll nearing 3 lakh. Hundreds of sites, including hospitals and other distribution centers, would receive the vaccines from Monday to Wednesday next week, which would cover the first wave of over 3 million people to be vaccinated. Federal health authorities have recommended that healthcare workers and nursing home residents be at the front of the line, but the final decisions have been left to states. The U.S. is seeking to inoculate 20 million people this month alone. The number of Delhi COVID deaths countrywide dropped below 400 yesterday, only the third time since July 2, when fatalities were reported at this level. A media report said with 391 new deaths, toll mounts to 1,43,019 in India in the past 24 hours. India has reported 30,254 new COVID cases yesterday, pushing the tally to 98.5 lakh. The total active cases stand at 3,56,546 according to the Union Health Ministry. The report also said a total of 1.53 crore samples tested for COVID up to December 12 last. On the other hand, India's discharge cases is 93,57,464 with 33,136 new discharges in the last 24 hours. COVID-19 has claimed 2 more lives in Manipur in the past 24 hours, taking the toll to 322. 177 persons, including 24 Central Armed Police Force (CAPF) personnel, tested positive for COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. With these fresh cases, the total caseload in the state stands at 27,036. A release from COVID-19 Command Control Room said the active cases in the state are 3,057, while 23,657 patients have recovered so far. The new positive cases belong to Imphal West, Imphal East, Bisnupur, Thoubal, Churachandpur, Tamenglong, Ukhrul, Senapati, Chandel, Kangpokpi, Kamjong and Kaching districts. They do not have any significant travel history. A total of 116 recovered patients were discharged yesterday. The state's recovery rate is 87.50% as of this morning. And Sadananda, convener of District Hospital Monitoring Committee, Jiribam, has drawn the attention of Manipur Chief Minister and Biren towards the shortages of Jiribam District Hospital, and Sadananda told a press meet that after much persuasion from Jiribam-based civil bodies, students' bodies and Mairapaibi groups, the Chief Minister had assured of keeping an intensive care unit, a blood bank and an OT center at the Lone Hospital, besides providing required doctors, staff and equipment. However, the assurance is yet to be translated into action to date, he said. Sadananda maintained that the district hospital in Jiribam now has enough doctors, but due to lack of adequate medical equipments, patients are often referred to Silchar for better medical treatment.
Matam ki DC saamna CMO saamna amadi praja khoi myamna haijari bese minung sigalo na tabi dana waliba OT center blood bank ICU na chingba singa sisu thambi dana adugo waliba staff singa se hapsan bidana amukta mapung phaba district hospital ama ohen bibuga loina na jiri macha singna Manipur macha singna Jiribam da laaga thangnaba Assam gi lamda chalaga lamsi siraga kangsi siraga saska tawam leitana sairaga leibase masigi awaba sidagi amtang kanbiu aidana ehangna aikoi monitoring committee gi magi dagi su nolukna appeal simatang.
Now we have a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Saglon Ama Lagliba December Taramapan English Singani Supnakun Thangja Numitki Numidang Pung Taret Makai Taba Matamda Saglon Ama Thoramasi the Puduna Lakcheragani Lamdamasi Saknairaba Saisakpa Raj Ilango Miam Gitamu Sumatpang Amlaba Konjel Galunana Miam Napambi Sekaya Kudol Tamjaragani Numidasida Apam Bese Sing Kanbinaba Amadi Wari Wataikaya Sabi Honaba Aikogi number 7629 943 543 the call to below.
Nung buuray pai mathanung khoirang se silang dai na biro.
It's a historic moment for Indian cricket team.
History will be rewritten on Sony Sports when King Kohli and team play their first overseas pink ball day and night test against Australia. Watch Australia versus India first test 17th December 8:30 AM onwards only on Sony Sports channels.
Now enjoy 20% extra on Kangla popcorn, Kangla Milky Balls and Kangla rings.
Kangla.
Welcome back. The More ICP Bypass Road Land and Structure Committee, Tengnoupal District, has strongly reacted against a media report dated November 22 accusing KNO President, Tengnoupal District Deputy Commissioner, a former Outer MP candidate, Chairman of Mate Tribe Union, Chairman of Kuki Chief Association, Tengnoupal, and two others of misappropriating compensation amount meant for the affected people of More ICP Bypass Road project. The committee said that the allegations by S. Kuki of SDFK were baseless and unfounded. More ICP Bypass Road Land and Structure Committee Chairman Holkopau Baite, through a press release today, maintained that the committee has made known to all that there was no question of bribing or misuse of the compensation. Holkopau Baite appealed to the public, civil society, organizations and militant groups to refrain from issuing such baseless statements in future. Manipur State Institute of Rural Development and the Department of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj today organized a strategy meeting cum orientation program on implementation of Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana SAGY2 at Thiam Community Hall of Imphal East District. Adhyaksha of Imphal East Jila Parishad P. Bimola said that Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana was introduced with the primary objective to develop the rural areas under the initiative of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Bimola sought support of the masses to make the scheme a success in the state. Manipur University Professor K.H. Tomba talked on component of SAGY and convergence under the integration of GPDP during technical session of the program. SAGY Manipur State Nodal Officer K.H. Ibochau Singh spoke on the role and responsibility of line department for effective implementation of SAGY. Bobi and G. Kabita of HRLM talk about major role of NRLM DDU GKY for the poorest of the poor rural families. Special Service Bureau SSB, now known as Sasastra Sima Bal MHA Manipur, celebrated its 55th Rising Day today at Tokchom Khul of Thobal District. SSB retired Inspector N. Manihar, retired Sub-Inspector Th. Kunja Kishore, retired Inspector L. Bishambor, retired H.C.K. Bormani, and elders of Thokchom Kun G. Rame, W. Ibomcha, T. Madhuchandra, and T. Ibomcha attended the program. During the function, the attendees paid floral tribute to the pillar of SSB Training Center and inaugurated newly constructed fans of the pillar. They also observed a 2-minute silence in honor of the late SSB personnel. Speaking at the function, retired SSB Sub-Inspector Kunja Kishore remembered the contribution of the Thokchom villages. United Front Manipur UFM Chairman Sapam Samungo has highlighted on the need of modifying the system of the state PHED department from the grassroots level. The department promised to provide safe drinking water to all by 2022 is a very good move, Samungo said at a press meet today at the Manipur Press Club in Imphal, where UFM Vice Chairman P. Mai Park and Convener C.H. Premchandra were also present. Further, Samungo said Manipur has been facing shortage of drinking water for quite long and questioned the success in implementation of water supply schemes in Manipur.
MLA mai jagada koi scheme tauribra uji khabar kai ainu ubode sagomangidi tera boys mamang da tawgi scheme sadoribra ama tauri ado source of water si kadai di oigade gi haibani adegi uji mokoina sanjemba mamang koi bani kabam chongi tinsit ki de tauriba scheme asi tauri na sukalo asina Manipur gi valley area singje de singloina piba ngam gadraba no example singda Suma mayam sing ase adegi amuk phare valley piro sing kam dawba phungya de uji phungya gi praja khudingma sing gi har ka long no wane okhul wane chandien wane chusampur wane tamelong wane adegi haiba mayam sing ase Manipur gi district taraga taruk se sigi manung de sing gi problem laitaba district ama bau laite
Mayeng Lamzau Gram Panchayat Pradhan U. Narjit along with ward members today distributed face masks and hand sanitizers to around 245 job card holders of ward number 6 to 8 under Langweidong CD block of the Gram Panchayat in Thoubal district. In connection to this, U. Narjit urged all to use face masks and hand sanitizer to protect themselves from coronavirus. Young Citizens Club Yaripok YCCY Yaripok Bamon Laikai today celebrated its 49th Foundation Day at the Bamon Laikai Muslim Community Hall in Thoubal district. Meritorious students of class 10 and 12 examinations 2020 conducted by Bosam and Kosam respectively were feted at the program. Attending the program, Wangkem constituency MLA K. Megachandra said that the Meitei Pangal community in Manipur are now doing better in the field of education and also taking part in other fields of development. He added these changes and development were the result of the economic survey initiated by the previous Congress government in the state.
Adegi economy da khara asol balaiba adegi laik lai suda khara asol balai haibudu sarkar na matam dugi sarkar na khangi haribani reservation tawram badegi ngasi di officer mayam ma thole aduna asugumba mayam sigi reservation laiba mayam ki minority muslim singi laiba ta asida laik lai su tamna da se khoi kan hona batai.
Once again, a short commercial break. Stay tuned.
Watch an encounter with Jeet Ningomba. One-to-one discussion and analysis on political,
BJP-led government sigi pandam di khange peace por
education,
education pharnge de oja awat pahapa
sports,
sanabung chengwachi sports house ne na lerge yaroi,
arts and culture.
Art and culture si ekhoi ga thana ba yadraba ekhoi gi
and many more. Every Friday at 7 p.m. only on Times of Manipur, TOMTV. Repeat telecast on every Saturday at 10 a.m. Don't miss it.
Lamdamusida ihan hanbo oina miyam da kangla water gi 20 liter jar supna tagi lupa tara da fangan jargani. Loina half liter bottle tara mangana saba pack da supna tagi lupa humputra manga da fangan jari. Khudong chaba si factory da laktuna lobi da yagani. Akupa moral gidamak lengsin bidau Kangla Water Maibo Khul Mamang Lekai Imphal S 795002 Aikogi contact number 8257 888 737.
Welcome back. Yumnam Irabanta Singh, Director of Birla Emporium IRA Finance, has announced that Financial Institute located at Kurai Sejol Lekai in Imphal will resume functioning from tomorrow. Announcing this to media at Birla Emporium IRA Finance office, Irabanta urged all concerned to clear the due amount. H also informed that IRA Finance had remained shut for a long time due to the COVID-19 pandemic crisis. He further informed that money transaction from investors at IRA Finance will resume in phase-wise starting April next year. He appealed to all concerned to extend cooperation for smooth functioning of the financial institute.
अखोई से प्योर कंपनी नी प्योर बिजनेस नी अखोई पैंडेमिक ना मरम ओरे अखोई बिजनेस डाउन चटपगी मयाम पुना वामिनबनी अदुना हाइरिबा पोसी खुदोंग चाबा लौरगा मरी लेनदबा रिमोट मयाम थोइबा सिदगी सेक्शनल लाइबियो हाइबसे अखोई टीम सिंग अमदी अखोई लेबाक मयाम दा अखोई डायरेक्टर इसामंगना सेंगदोक्चरी.
On the other hand, an investor of IRA Finance, Laishram Sanajauba, urged the company to resume work properly from tomorrow.
Finance section gi oiba staff sing jina maroi na moina moi gi CEO na haibu gi matung ina mangon da cooperation piba watli haina koina tabadagi haitare tabadun maram oira kan jida akoina ju moi gi ngasai gi office hamu matamda hena moi du improve oina bagi damakta ko moi hairiba section sida thabak tawbiramba khudingmak hayangmaktagi office sida lakpiro aduga moi gi thabak se makha ta na chathabiro aduga akoi gi investor singi awaba हाइबदी पीगदब लेरिबा पैसा मैम जी मोगी EMI ना खोंकट लगा पीगदबने ना हाई सिगी पोसी तौनबगीदमक्ता अखोइना मोइबु हयेंगमक्तगी ऑफिस काबिरनबा हाइना अखोइना अपील तौजब.
BJP Thoubal District Committee Secretary ALBINA distributed 9 looms to women weavers of Thoubal Setri Lekai today during a simple program held at the ground of SED-CO Club. Our correspondent reports the looms were provided by DIC for Thoubal Setri Lekai cluster. BJP Thoubal District President Yumnam Kumarjit, Social Worker Leitan Them Basanta and Ward Councillor Puyam Juteshwar were present on the occasion. Under the Swachhata Subeshan Gramin, a cleanliness program was organized by Foizing Awang Youth Club, PAYC and Myra Paibis under the supervision of Nambol Municipal Council Ward Number 3, Councillor and Council Vice Chairperson A. Bimola today. PAYC President N. Prem Chandra led the cleanliness program. The grand finale of the online dance competition of Ipak Film Production Manipur, Kaishamthong Hodam Lairak Machin, was held today at the Manipur Press Club in Imphal. RPIA President Mahesh Thaunauzam, Purnima Enterprises Proprietor Ningombam Ranibala, Film Forum Manipur Chairman S. Mongol Jao and former Manitco Managing Director and Joy Kumar were present on the occasion. Altogether, 15 finalists took part in the grand finale event. In connection to the event, Ipak Film Production Manipur Secretary Rakesh Naurem said that Ipak Film has been organizing solo dance competition every year, providing a platform to young and talented boys and girls of Manipur.
Horribly nupi masa sing asigi masis na Manipur gi traditional costume sing ase ekoi nupa oiba sing dagidi nupi oiba sing chene hena malem da sak tak pada yamna line up thoi aduna ekoi gi horribly bisa sing ningol sing ase na ekoi gi ipai pusina thambirem ba koi costume traditional dress sing ase masi promote to bada hairiba competition asna yamna sauna mateng pangani na khanjai ipak YouTube ki khuthang da hairiba isa sing cheliba costume sing ase malengi myam da sandongna ba thorang su tawjari.
The Bharatiya Janata Party BJP, which has won 9 seats in Bodoland Territorial Council BTC polls, is likely to join hands with the United People Party Liberal UPPL to form the council. According to a media report, as no party could cross halfway mark, BTC will witness a coalition rule for the first time. Pramod Borolat UPPL has bagged 12 seats while ruling Bodoland People's Front BPF managed to capture 17 seats. According to BJP insiders, the Saffron Party is unlikely to back its ally Hagrama Mohilari-led BPF, which has emerged as single largest party to form the council. UPPL Chief Pramod Boro met Assam Finance Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma at his Dispur residence late last night. The report also informed Assam BJP President Ranjit Das and Lok Sabha MP and Party National General Secretary Dilip were also present at the meeting. Mortality rate among infants and those under 5 years of age has improved, but malnutrition among children has worsened, according to the 5th National Family Health Survey. According to a release by Union Health Ministry Harshvardhan, the neonatal mortality rate per 1,000 live births has dropped in 15 states and union territories in comparison to NFHS 4 2015-16, while the infant mortality rate (IMR) and the under 5 mortality rate (UMR) fell in 18 states and union territories, the NFHS 5 showed. The survey is based on statistics gleaned from 6.1 lakh households in the country. Once again, a short commercial break. Stay tuned.
Akanba nonglay nungsit kaya laklabasu, apikpa natraga achawba yum oirabasu, Phaglang sina pumnamak mayok na bangami yam na kalli amadi chahi kaya chatli. Barak Valley gi masak oiriba akan bagi atopa maming amo oiriba Valley Strong Cement. Valley Strong, very strong.
Lamjingbo Finance na COVID-19 na thogal liba khudong chadba mayam si usiraga collateral security yautana document changdana yamna komo mongda loan fanganjagani shahida subnatagi chada tarani thoigi interest rate tap business loan against property vehicle loan commercial equipment loan commercial vehicle loan gi khudong chaba pisari han loan lobi kiba singi suwana gu makhal gi loan asi lobi khudong chaba pisagani akupa morol gi namba contact obiro Lamjingbo Finance Nagamapal contact number 7085-831-502 natraga 9862-629-399.
Ehaki ipuroibana COVID-19 gi layong ulakpadagi test tawrubada positive oiramle. Nakna laiminarubana ehaksu test tawrubada positive oiramle. Aikhoina home isolation tawbagi ayaba phanglaba matungda doctor na hidak amasung isagi oxygen level check tawnabagi damakta oximeter pibirakhi. Home isolation da lairingaida aigi ipuroibagi oxygen level nemtharakpadagi Jenims Hospital da pukhatkhi. Positive oibagi certificate paibana amuk hanna test tawdana matam manghandana makha taba layeng chathakhi. Asumna anganba matamda test tawthoktuna matam chana layeng hobuna laina asidagi thuna phagatpa ngamhore amasung aigi imung manung busu laina asidagi ngakthokpa ngamhore.
Laihau haurakpadagi COVID-19 oiramgadra haina singnabadagi test tawba laksabani adubu laibak phavana negative oiramle. Miyamsu isada COVID-19 gi layong ubiragadi soidana test tawthokpiyu nababu lotlaga thambiganu.
Lepa leitana sandorokliba COVID-19 thingnanaba test tawthokpa yamna maru oi. Karigumbada positive oirabasu matam chana layeng horabadi laina asina sokchandringaida adombu kanmangamgani. COVID-19 gi layong utramaksu positive oiramba yai haina jingnaba lairabadi soidana test tawthokpiyu. COVID-19 gi symptom laina test tawthoktana laisanba matamda isada nattana imung manunggi miyoising amasung kairo lekai gi miyoisingsu khudong thiba tholakpa yai.
COVID-19 gi layong sing haibadi lok laiho khanau naba manam maha phauraktawa khong hamdharakpa amadi nungsa shor hombada warakpa tarabadi sungshoidana athuba matamda test tawthokpigadabani. Positive oiramba tarabasu home isolation tawbiraga government gi maikaidagi vitamins amasung oximeter pizagani loinana haksil gi mari leinaba miyoi ama matam punamakta adongi matengi damak leigani kawiraganu chingnababu leibirabadi sungshoidana test tawthokpiyo.
Welcome back. A woman in West Bengal was arrested for allegedly smashing her son's head with a grindstone and roasting his body with spices and camphor. The woman, identified as Gita Mehensaria, killed her son Arjun, 25, burned her body with spices and ghee before dumping his skeleton on their terrace. According to the media reports, the cops found the details of the murder when they were investigating a missing complaint filed by Anil Mehensaria, Gita's estranged woman. In his complaint, Anil had said that he had not been able to contact Arjun for a while. On Thursday, police discovered the skeletal remains of Arjun from the two-story house in Salt Lake. Police also found a blood-stained grindstone, a big karai and burn marks in the prayer room. During interrogation, Geeta confessed that she did put Arjun's body in the karai and added ghee, camphor and spices to camouflage the smell of the flesh. She has, however, denied killing Arjun. Arjun's father, Anil, said that when he could not contact Arjun, he suspected he had died in a tantric sacrifice by Geeta. Geeta and her younger son, Bidur, 22, were arrested earlier this week. A case has been registered under Section IPC 302, Murder, 364, Kidnapping, 120B, Criminal Conspiracy, and 34, Common Intention. A joint team of Special Operations Group SOG and District Voluntary Force DVF of Odisha Police killed 2 Maoists, including a woman Kada in Malkagiri district early this morning. According to media reports, Director General of Police Abhay said at around 4:30 a.m. a joint team of SOG and DVF were on a routine exercise near Singavaram forest at Gajal Mamudi village when they came under fire. The teams returned fire and the encounter were on for quite some time. Reports added that after the firing stopped, the team found 2 bodies, including a woman. The Director General added that the male Maoist is an area commander rank Kada from Chhattisgarh, while they are trying to identify the women Maoist. On 1 INSAS rifle, 1 SLR rifle, several rounds of bullets, Maoist literature and kit bags were recovered from the encounter spot in the erstwhile red zone of Swabiman Anchal. India will never forget the cowardly attack on its parliament, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said today as he paid tributes to security personnel who laid down their lives in the terror attack on this day in 2001. We will never forget the cowardly attack on our parliament on this day in 2001. We recall the valor and sacrifice of those who lost their lives protecting our parliament. India will always be thankful to them, Narendra Modi tweeted. A media report said President Ramnath Kovind on Twitter also said the nation gratefully remembers brave martyrs who laid down their lives defending parliament. 9 persons, including 8 security personnel, died in the attack by terrorists belonging to Pakistan-based outfits in 2001. All 5 terrorists were killed by security forces. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh tweeted the country will always remember the valor of the security personnel who laid down their lives during the terror attack on Parliament on this day in 2001. Sri Lanka has recorded the highest number of elephant deaths in the world due to the human-elephant conflict, according to a media report. The Island Nations Committee on Public Accounts, COPA, had ordered a special audit into the human-elephant conflict by renowned elephant expert Dr. Prithviraj Fernando, the head of the Center for Conservation and Research. Before we end the bulletin, the top news headlines once again. Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine will reach hospitals across US by Monday. India's coronavirus tally climbs to 98.5 lakh, active cases at 3.56 lakh. And committee worried of a lack of medical equipment at Jiri Hospital. And with that, it's a wrap for this evening news bulletin. Thank you for joining us. Good night.
Thank you.